Okay, I'm marking an exciting moment for me, a eureka moment. What is gravity? Here's a simple move I've made. I've taken everything that science shows me in terms of looking out at the cosmos, in terms of galaxies, and recent discoveries in the James Webb telescope. So I'm taking all that information and saying that's provably, measurably true, but I'm inverting it. And I'm assuming I'm actually looking into the center of the sphere, and that there are distortions in my view taking place because of the curvature of space-time and the way that it actually works, from your subjective opinion, from your subjective experience. So I'm just taking, here's my model. I'm just assuming, let's assume I'm not looking out, I'm actually looking in, and that everything is spheres, but it's layers of spheres and arranged on different orbits, and therefore our view of them is of spinning. We see the outside of the spheres, but we exist on the inside of the spheres. It's just a model, gobstopper. If that were true, then it would mean that gravity was just the effect of this thing orbiting. So what I'm suggesting is that what holds the universe together is the pendulum. There's a three-legged pendulum of sun, earth and moon, which represents a single layer, 1, 2, 3 layers at the center of how the cosmos works. That's falling, in inverted commas, and so what it does, it sets up a stability. It's a random stable motion of orbit sets up with these 3 points with a single pinion in the middle. If you imagine that there's a rotation at the single pinion in the middle of the mass that's formed there of this joint, then you can see that it's orbiting. So there is a mass that has additional momentum of life growing that maintains an orbit at the center of this system. So that gravity is the effect of being inside a sphere. Simply, and its orbit's massive. Picture a massive iron sphere orbiting slowly. Within that massive sphere, there are layers of force between tension and bending as a magnetic field. That's what the magnetic field is. It's these forces of the spin of the momentum that's holding it together. So if in a model that you put together based on everything that science knows and inverting it and just assuming you're looking in, not out, and that you can build that model that makes sense, the proof of it would be, well, what is gravity? Well, then it's the effect of this mass turning on the outside of you. You're inside in the magnetic field somewhere, in a zone within the magnetic field that forms, and detritus forms there, and that's where the life is. And so gravity is just the effect of being inside a sphere that's spinning, and you're on a force or magnetic field. And that's a simple explanation for what gravity is. You go, that makes sense. That's what this flat Earth is all about. That's why this perception is wrong. How can we be on the outside of a sphere and not flying off in an expanding universe? They say the universe is expanding and infinitely accelerating. So why aren't we flying off? Well, it's because it's inverted. The acceleration is actually just vector change that occurs at the center. And then that vector change, that pure vector change, there's no acceleration can be acceleration in velocity or in vector. So this is where there is no increase in velocity at all and no loss of momentum in that loop at the final surface of c squared, where c squared becomes c5 inside. Anyway, it's a brilliant model. This is what gravity is. That's what the trouble is, I get excited. Because it's so simple, isn't it? So simple. Take everything you know, invert it. It's inside out. Gravity is you standing on the inside of a sphere. The perception, because of the curvature of space-time, is that you're on the outside of spheres, because we are limited by our own perception. We were. Now we can go higher. Can't we?